we will be following yung essence po ng designing. Okay? So, let us have this first. So, paano po ba natin dinidesign yung mga members which has applied tensile load? Okay? So, katulad po nung nasa illustration dito, okay? So, you have here your machine member and then you have the force applied to it. Okay? So, yung load po na ina-apply just for
Ma'am, sorry po pala, hanggang factor of safety pa lang po pala tayo nung last.
hindi pa tayo din eh.
Hindi pa po.
Okay, okay siya. Wait. Balik ako doon, balik. Okay, so we have this SS2 design. Okay, we come up with first is to know the strength is obtained, okay, on our design table. So you you simply copy the values of sigma u and the sigma y values doon po sa design tables natin. Okay? And then after that is for you to come up with the suitable factor of safety. Okay? So for the factor of safety, we call this also as our design factor. Okay? And it depends on this tree. Okay? So you have the kind of load, the type of material, and the basic indicate yung tatlong ito before you come up with your value of your factor of safety taken from table 1.1. Okay? So as for the kind of load, okay, you are to assume a dead load if it is not given. Okay? And for the basis of design, okay, you would be following, okay, yung kung atin na yield strength, okay, for a ductile material and ultimate for the brittle material. Okay? Kung hindi rin po binigay yung basis ng design. Okay? So, this is the third one. Ito po ngayon yung pangatlo. You have to determine the design stress. Okay? So, yung design stress po natin is in form of sigma at ang isa po ay in form of tau. Okay? So, what is our equation now? Okay? So, ang atin pong design stress is dependent din po sa basis ng design. Okay? If it is based on the ultimate strength, okay, kapag po based on ultimate strength, yung ating pong equation is sigma D is equal to sigma U over factor of safety. U over factor of numerator po natin is your sigma U and your tau U. Okay, yung pong tau, ibig sabihin po na rin, this is also design stress, dadagdagan mo lang po ng shear. Okay? So, it's shear design stress. Kaya po naman, design stress in shear. Okay? So, ito po, yung tau U, it is the ultimate strength in shear. Okay? So, ganun din po. Dadagdagan mo ng in shear. Okay? So, kapag naman po siya ay based on equal to sigma y divided by factor of safety, at yung tau din naman po, the same, tau y over factor of safety. Kasi, base on sigma y. Okay? Based on sigma y. So, yan yung equations natin. So, pipiliin mo lang, depende sa basis ng design. Pag nakalagay sa problem, based design on the ultimate, edi ari lang po yung equation natin. Okay? Pag sinabi ng base design on the yield, edi ito pong dalawa. Okay? Pag wala pong sinabi, edi susundin mo po yung debug, yung type ng material. Okay? Now, kailan naman po ma'am gagamitin yung sigma at kailan po yung tau? Okay? So, ang sigma at tau ay depende sa kanilang tinatawag na induced stress. Okay? So, alin yung mga induced stresses po natin? Ang induced stresses, yan po yung mga stress that nandun sa material because of the load na ina-apply mo po sa kanya. Okay? So ito po yung inaral nyo on your MDB, material mechanics of deformable bodies. Okay? Ano-ano yun? You have the tensile stress, okay? We have stress or deflectional, or we have shear, at saka yung torsional shear. Okay? Torsional shear stress. Yan. So, yun yung mga samples na mga induced stresses. Okay? So, i-recall mo lang yung equation kakada isa na yan. Okay? Katulad po sa tensile stress. Ano bang symbol na ginagamit natin dyan? That is sigma sub T. Okay? Sa compressive, sigma sub C. Sa bending, that is the sigma sub F or deflectional. Sa shear, ginagamit natin ay tau. Same thing with yung torsional, tau din. So, kung ano po yung form ng induced stress natin, edi dapat po the same form ng sa sigma. Okay? The design stress natin. Okay? So, yan po ay makikita natin on yung number 4. Okay? Sa essence po, ay po ay number 3. Ano po yung pang-apat natin? Okay? Pang-apat po natin, for a good design, you have to equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay? So, the design stress, ito po yung sigma D, at saka po yung tau D. Yan pong nakakatapos lang natin, yung number 3. Okay? At ang induced stress naman po, yan po yung sinasabi ko, the tensile stress, the compressive stress, the shear stress, torsional shear, flexural, yan. So, yan yung mga induced stresses. And to come up with your required dimension, no, halimbawa, ano bang diameter, ano ba ang base, ano yung height, okay? So, to come up with this required dimensions, okay? So, ang tawag dyan are the dimensions. Yan yung hinahanap na design. So, to come yan. Pag nawawala po yung connection ko, paano na lang po kung saan tumigil para makabalik po ako doon. Pero parang saglit lang naman na nawawala. Okay? So, i-recall po natin yung mga induced stresses po na yun. Okay? So, ano-ano yung induced stresses? Yan. Okay? So, yung una is yung axial stress. Okay? Ang axial stress, yan yung tension at saka po compression. Okay? So, tension and compression. And for the equation, it is simply equal to sigma equal to force over the area. Okay? For the shear stress, okay, tau is equal to the shear force V over the area. For torsional, ito po yung para sa mga members na nagro-rotate. Okay? So, we call the stress torsional shear stress, tau, and T pertains to the torque. Okay? And flexural stress or the bending stress equal to MC over I. I pertains to the moment of inertia and M is the maximum moment. Okay? So you will be recalling here again your shear and moment diagram. Okay? So babalikan nyo na lang po, pakibalik nyo na lang po ulit yung mga notes nyo po dati sa MDB. Okay? Kasi yun po yung mga basic na gagamitin natin dito sa induced stresses. Okay? So, ito po kumbaga nadaanan na natin, natapos na natin. Ang induced stresses, so ito yung mga induced stresses po natin, okay? So ito po, yan, yung mga yan yung induced stresses natin. Equate natin siya ngayon sa design stress, okay? So di ba sabi natin, for a good design, you have to equate this to the design stress, okay? So ano ang design stress din sa actual stress na to? Itong induced stress, ano yung design stress niya? This is to be equated to sigma D. So, why sigma D po yung ginamit ko? Kasi ali po ay sigma, so dapat the same din po. Okay? So, this is your sigma D. That's the design stress. Ito naman, i-equate ko to sa tau stress. Okay? Torsional shear to be equated also to tau D. Kasi ito ay tau, so tau din po iyon. Okay? So, flexural equal to MC over I. This is to be equated to your sigma D. Okay? So, ano po yung mapapansin natin? The stress and the this po siyang paghahaluin. Okay? Kung sigma yan, ang design stress should be sigma also. Okay? Yung tau, okay, equal to tau din. Okay? So again, pag sinabi natin na sigma D or tau D, ano po yan? Ultimate over factor of safety o kaya ay yield over factor of safety. Okay? So, we go back to that equation. So, sabi natin, yung sigma D is equal to sigma U over Fs, or based on yield, sigma D is equal to sigma Y over factor of safety. Okay? Okay, continue. Okay, again, saan ko po kukunin yung value nito? Halimbawa, nagsosolve po ako ng design stress. Sigma U and sigma Y, these are taken from the table. Okay, design tables po natin. Basta po given ang material. Yung Fs po, yung factor of safety, dun po ulit sa table, 1.1. Okay, so madali po natin aring masolve. Okay, what about naman po yung tau D? Tau D is tau U over Fs. O kaya naman po, D is tau Y over Fs. It you have to solve galing sa sigma y din. Okay? Where your tau u, you use, okay, where your tau u, you use 0.75 of sigma u, and yung tau y po natin, you use 0.6 of sigma y. Okay? So, yun po yung gagamitin po natin. Hindi po kumbaga po, yung tau u at tau y, dependent pa rin po siya sa values ni sigma u at ni sigma y. Okay? Naintindihan po ba?
Kung pwede pong paulit po ng explanation doon. Choppy lang po.
Alin? Dito sa sigma D and tau D.
Sa tao din po.
Okay, so sa tau D po, okay? So sa tau D po, that is equal to tau U over Fs kung based on ultimate. Kung based on yield naman po, that would be tau Y over factor of safety. Okay? So again, yun pong factor of safety, dun po natin kukunin sa table 1.1. Okay? Pero yun pong tau U at tau Y, okay? hindi po natin yon makikita doon sa table. Okay? We need to solve po for tau u and tau y. Okay? So, tau u po ang gagamitin natin, it is equal to 0.75 of sigma u. Okay? And your tau y is equal to 0.6 of sigma y. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang makukuha pa rin po natin, and if you are to use yung tau u and tau y, then you need to solve po. Okay? So, need po natin na isolve siya using these two equations. Okay? Again, tau u is 0.75 of sigma u and tau y is equal to 0.6 of sigma y. Okay? So, yan po yung ating gagamitin dito sa design ko. Okay? So, yan po ay paghanap ng design stress and equating that to our induced stress to come up with the ito naman. Okay. Yan. Okay na ulit. Hello. Okay na ulit.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Lagi nawawala. Wait lang. Ano napindot ko? Option. Okay, okay. So, base po dyan sa essence ng design, okay, dyan po ngayon tayo magbabase ng atin po procedure, okay, ng solution po natin. Pag nag-present po tayo ng solutions doon sa mga problems dito sa anyway, o balik uli. So again, doon po tayo magbabase ng ating solution. Okay? So pag nag-present po tayo ng solution, base na yan doon sa essence ng design. Okay? So ang uunahin po natin sa solution natin, we'll start with yung given. Okay? So we identify the given. Ang kasunod po niyan, edi ifa-follow na natin yung essence. Know the property of the material as to code and as to strength. So, ang tawag po natin doon ay material specification. Okay? So, ang ilalagay po din yung code at yung sigma U, sigma Y. Okay? O, ang kasunod po nun, apply a suitable factor of safety. Kaya ang kasunod and factor of safety. Okay? So, after po ng factor of safety, it's for you to determine the design stress. Okay? And then, kasunod po ng design stress, yan na po yung pang-apat, yung solution for a good design. You then equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Okay, yan. So, ganyan po ang magiging tema ng ating solution. And after this po, edi yung conclusion na. Okay? So, you have there, therefore, as the conclusion. Okay? Yan. So, ganyan po yung magiging tema sa lahat po ng gagawin nating solution, okay, on problems dito sa design. Okay? So, i-apply na po natin. Let us have po, kunin nyo po yung inyong lecture notes at ang ipipresent ko po ngayon, yung members under pure tension. Okay? Members under pure tension. Ayaw, hindi nag-present po, hindi pa. Yan, okay na. Okay, so ito po yung members under pure tension or pure tensile load. Okay? So ito po yung ating sample material. Okay, so ito po yung sample member po natin. Ari po yung atin na member. Okay, and then you come up with this. Okay, ano ang unang nangyari? You have there the elongation. Okay, pertaining to the original length, yan, nabago po yung kanyang final length, mas humaba. And also, you come up with this, okay, that is the narrowing of your cross-sectional area. Okay, that's the narrowing of the cross-sectional area. And we call that, ito po, as necking. Okay, so ang tawag po dito ay necking. So, pag nilagyan po natin ng force, okay, tensile load or tensile force, yung ating material, you come up with the elongation and the necking or the narrowing of the cross-sectional area. Okay? So, yan po ang effect doon sa material. Because this force, that tends to pull your material. So, hinihila po niya. Okay? So, hinihila niya yung verse kung saan ang ating is a tensile load or a tensile force. Okay? So, atin po siyang i-design base sa dalawang failure. Okay? So, ano yung dalawang failure na yon? Okay? Ang una, yan po yung strength failure. Okay? Kumbaga, masisira siya, it's because of its strength. Okay? Or because of the applied load to it. Okay? So, yan po yung strength failure. Okay? Yan. So, i-design po natin siya base dito. Again, masisira yung material, it's because of the load that you applied sa kanya. Ay yung force na in-apply mo sa kanya. So, ang tawag natin sa industry, sigma sub T equal to force, tensile force divided by the area. Okay? So, kung circular po yan, okay, papalitan lang po natin yung area. So, the tensile force would be equal to Ft over ano yung magiging area natin kung circular. That would be pi d squared divided by 4. Okay? Kung rectangular naman po yan, ano yung area doon? It would be base times the height or the length times the width. Okay? So, papalitan lang po natin yung area ko. Okay? So, ganyan po ang induced stress niya. Okay? Pagdating naman po sa design stress, we say for design stress, if it's equal to sigma u over Fs. Okay? Yan po yung design stress. Now, why are we using here sigma? Bakit po ma'am hindi yung tau? Kasi ang ating induced stress is tensile. And based on yield naman, okay, then sigma d would be equal to sigma y divided by factor of safety. Okay, so titingnan mo ngayon yung problem kung ano ba yung basis of design. Kung alin yung sinabing basis of design, edi pipili ka dito sa dalawang equation kung alin yung magiging design stress mo po. Okay? Kung hindi po binigay yung basis ng design, ano po ang gagawin natin? Okay? Ang gagamitin po natin yung debug. Okay? Ductile is for yield, brittle is for ultimate. Okay? So, yan po ang susunod. Okay? Yun po ay pag walang binigay na basis ng design. Okay? Now, since ng design for induced stress and the design stress. Okay? So, equating the design stress and the induced stress, so ulitin ko lang po dito, for a good design. Equate now the design stress to the induced stress, which is the tensile stress. Okay? So, the tensile stress is simply force over the area equal to your design stress. Okay? So, kung yan po uli ay circular, okay, And based on ultimate strength, what will be our equation now? Yung sigma din natin magiging sigma u over factor of safety equal to ft over pi d squared over 4. Okay? So this will become equal to 4ft over pi d squared. Yes, ft is usually given, therefore, we can solve for the diameter. Okay? So, masosolve mo po yung diameter base doon sa ating strength failure. Okay? Kung base naman po siya sa yield, okay? Kung base naman po siya sa yield, okay? So, if this is based on yield, ano naman po ang magiging equation natin? Sigma y over factor of safety equal to, pari po, pinaltan po natin yun. Okay? So, magiging ano po yan? Sigma y over fr, okay? So, this would be 4ft over pi d squared. Okay? Ari lang po uli sa table, tapos given, tapos you can solve again for a diameter. Okay? So, may sagot na po tayo. Okay? May sagot na po tayo. Yun po ay base sa strength failure. Okay? So, base po yun sa strength failure. So, yun ay isa sa mga solutions po natin. Okay? So, may nakuha na po tayong dimension. Okay? O, ano pa po yung pangalawa? So, sabi natin, kanina, nung in-applyan natin ng load, yung ating machine member, nagkaroon siya ng elongation. Okay? Nagkaroon ng elongation at necking. Okay? So, base din doon, okay, kukuha tayo ng dimension. So, ang tawag naman po natin doon, okay, ito po yung pangalawa, that would be our deformation failure. Okay? So, kuha ka ng dimension base sa deformation failure. Okay? Para kung it's nung in-applyan mo po siya ng tensile load, so humaba po siya. Okay? So, ito po yung na-increase natin na length po niya. So, ang tawag po natin dyan, yan po yung deformation. But then actually, this deformation, yan na po yung elongation po. So, this is basically a change in the length. Okay? The final length minus the original length. Okay? And how do you measure that deformation? Okay? Paano ba mina-measure yung deformation? The deformation is simply equal to FL over AE. Okay? Kung nare-recall nyo po yan. Deformation is equal to FL over A, area of the cross-section, and E equals the modulus of elasticity. Okay, so modulus of elasticity po ang tawag po dito. Okay? So, saan ko po ma'am kukunin yung value ng mga iyan, ng mga components po na yan, okay? So, ang FT po, okay, again, that is your tensile load, okay? Original length po ito. Area and then modulus of elasticity. So, kung again, kung yan po ay circular as our sample, yung A lang po yung papaltan. So, the deformation would be FT L sub O pi D squared over 4 and then modulus of elasticity. Okay? Kung siya naman po ay rectangular, ari po ay magiging length times width or base times height. Okay? So, papalitan mo lang po, i-modify mo lang po yung A. Okay? So, ito po, as for the round specimen. Now, for this of elasticity. Okay? Yung pong ina yun. Saan po ba kinukuha ang modulus of elasticity? Okay? So, this will come doon pa rin po sa ating design tables. Okay? Kung ano po yung binigay na material, edi doon lang po din sa raw niya hahanapin. Halimbawa po, AISIC 1020 as rho. Okay? So, di ka po naghanap ka ng sigma U, sigma Y nun. Hanapin mo din po dun sa hanay na yon yung value ng E, ng modulus of elasticity. Okay? So, tingnan po ulit natin. Halimbawa, you go to table 87 po. Yan, okay. So, ano po yung table 87? Okay, nakikita na po. Napapakinig po ba ako ng ayos?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Wait lang ha, wait lang po, wait lang. Ano ka lang ulit aring meeting? Okay, so you look at table 87. So dito din po tayo kukuha ng value ng E. Okay, so ang una mo pong titingnan muna is within the row. Katulad po natin, 1020 as row. Tingnan mo muna given na value ng E. So dito po yun, ultimate strength, field strength, elongation, reduction in area, BHN, tapos yung kasunod niya, okay, ay dito, ay kadugtong po ito. Pero wala pa rin tayong kitang value ng E. That is in the case of table 87. Pero sa iba pong table, meron minsan na kasama sa row. So kaya yun po muna ang una mong titingnan. Okay? So in this case po, dun sa row niya, specific for that material, wala po tayong nakitang value ng E. Okay? Pero kung meron, hindi yun po yung ilalagay natin. Titingnan is the heading ng table. Okay? So, matulad po nito. Yung table po natin, sa heading po niyan, yan, makikita mo po dyan, merong nakalagay na modulus of elasticity in tension or compression. So, ari po yung 30 times 10 to the 6 PSI. So, ibig sabihin po, yung value ng ina yan, that is true sa lahat ng nakalista ditong materials. Okay? So, iyan na po yung gagamitin po natin. Okay? So, dito po ngayon, yun na yung gagamitin mo. Okay? Yung id po dito, yun po nakuha mo doon sa table. Kaya dun sa material specification po, along with sigma U and sigma Y, isasama mo na po yung value ng E, yung modulus of elasticity, taken from the same table. Okay? Pero, ano pa po yung isang ano natin, possible na mangyari? Na pagdating doon sa table, wala sa row, tapos wala din naman po ma'am doon sa table. Kaya ang gagawin mo na ay you have now, you are to use now this value. Okay? You are to use now this value. This is the standard, okay, value, okay, for DE of steel. And this is applicable to all types of steel. So this is general for all types of steel. Sa kaya kung hindi po natin makuha doon sa table po, okay? Kung hindi po natin makuha doon sa table, then ito na po yung gagamitin natin. 30 times 10 to the I. Okay? So, yan na po yung gagamitin natin para po dito. Okay? FL over AE. Okay? Yung modulus of elasticity po. Okay? Then, you can come up with the deformation. Now, how do you obtain now yung atin pong dimension? Yes, Mendoza, Mark.
Ma'am, pwede pong i-rewrite po ring module sa elasticity po sa table. Medyo ano lang po. Hindi po ayos.
Alin Bunso?
Yung module sa
That
elasticity,
would be,
pwede pong i-rewrite po ng ano, pwede pong sulatan po namin ng ayos. Medyo malabo lang po.
ito, 30
Apa,
times 10 to the 6. 30
apa,
times
pwede.
10 to the 6 PSI. Okay, sige po.
Thank you po.
Ano na lang po, isunsun na lang po dito sa nandito. Okay? Next. Okay? So, sunod po. How do we arrive at the dimension po? Okay? O, kapag nag-design po tayo. Okay? Katulad po kanina sa strength, anong sabi natin? For a good design, you equate the design stress to the induced stress of the material. Dito naman po sa deformation failure, for a good design, ano po naman i-equate natin? We equate what we call the allowable limit of deformation to the computed deformation. So, ang tawag po din okay, we call this the allowable limit of deformation. Equal to the deformation itself. Pi d squared over 4. Yun po yung 4. Okay? So, equal to the allowable limit of deformation. So, what is this allowable limit of deformation? Okay? So, sa mga problems po, minsan po nakalagay doon, the member should not elongate more than 0.01 inch. Okay? So, yung 0.01 inch, yun po yung tinatawag natin as the allowable limit of deformation. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya pwedeng mas malaki pa doon ang maging deformation. It is limited up to that value only. Okay? So, GAC can compute for the diameter. Okay? So, ito po ay given. Yung force, yung length, yung E is taken from the table, then you can compute for the dimension or the diameter. Okay? So, ilan yung naging sagot natin? Okay, ilan yung naging sagot natin? Galing sa strength failure. Okay? At ang isa po ay nanggaling sa deformation failure. So, dalawa yung naging sagot natin. Okay? So, hindi po pwedeng ang sagot natin ay dalawa. Okay? With this two po, pipili po tayo kung alin yung pinaka-tama. Okay? At alin po yung pinaka-tama sa dalawa. You have to choose the larger diameter. Okay? Or the larger dimension in order to satisfy both failure profiles. Okay? So, dun sa dalawa, piliin mo kung alin yung mas malaki. Kaya dapat may conclusion ka. Therefore, hindi po pwedeng doon na lang natapos yung iyong solution. Okay? Hindi po ka pa makakakuha ng answer po doon, ng points po doon. Okay? Na-present mo yung dalawang diameter. Pag wala ka pong conclusion na ganito, ay mali pa po yan. Okay? Kasama po yan sa design, yung pagpili kung alin talaga yung gagamitin po natin. Okay? Kaya wag po natin yung kakalimutan. Okay? So that is how we design our members under pure tension. Base sa strength failure at base sa deformation failure. Okay? Now, not at all times po, meron tayong deformation failure. Hindi po palagi na meron na ganito. Okay? Kailan lang po may ganyan kapag you are given this allowable limit of deformation. Okay? Kung wala pong binigay na allowable limit of deformation, ibig sabihin, ang sagot lang po natin will come from the strength failure. At kung ano po yung naging sagot natin on this strength failure, ay yun na po yung final answer po natin. Okay? Nakuha po ba yung sinabi ko? Naintindihan po ba yung sinabi ko? Hello?
Yes
Nakuha
po,
po?
ma'am.
Naintindihan po?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, let us have a sample problem. Okay, so tingnan po tayo din ng sample problem para mas maunawaan po natin. Okay? And we have here po sample problems. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay? So, ito pong 2, i-analyze muna po natin. Pag may solve, okay? Sabi ko nga po, mas maganda ay i-resolve po ninyo at hindi po basta babasahin. Dahil hindi mo po siya mauunawaan not unless you incorporate po talaga yung process ng design. Okay? O yan. So, I-read muna po. Okay? So, let us have this yung number 2. Okay? Ito po number 2 na to, i-define lang po natin. Di ba sabi ko kanina, hindi palaging may deformation failure. Okay? May strength failure at may deformation failure. Pero hindi lahat sa pagkakataon ay may ganoon. Okay? So, i-identify muna natin. With this problem 2, okay? So, basahin po natin. Tingnan natin, base sa given ng problem, meron po ba itong deformation failure o wala? May deformation failure po ba ito o wala? So, sabi ko nga, may deformation failure lang yan kung meron pong given na allowable po. Meron po ba o wala?
Wala po, ma'am.
Wala. Tama po si Tristan. Wala po ito kasi wala siyang naka-indicate na limit for the deformation. Not unlike, okay, tingnan po natin aring isa din ari po yung sinasabi ko, okay? You look at problem 1, okay? Dito po sa problem 1 na nakalagay po dyan, okay? Ano po ang naandyan? Nakabi po dito, if link, which is 15 inches long must not elongate 0.5. Yan po yung indicator na meron po siyang yan po yung indicator na meron po siya na uh, deformation failure. Okay, so dito po magiging dalawa yung sagot mo. Isa coming from the straight, ang isa po naman will come from the deformation. Okay, so yun po. Nakita nyo po sana yung pagkakaiba. But then on problem 2 po, yung nauna, okay, doon sa sample problem po, sabi nga natin kanina, wala po siyang deformation failure. So ang natin dito, isa lamang. Okay? Isa lamang. At kung ano po yung sagot na yun, that would be the final. Okay? So, let us have this sample problem 2 po at atin po siyang i-resolve. Okay? So, i-resolve po natin ito. Okay? Okay? So, let us have this one. It is made of AISI C1020 steel, normalized. Okay? If load is repeated but not reversed, and H is equal to, this is not 20, but rather, this is 2B. Okay? 2B. Determine the dimensions of the section with the design based on the ultimate strength. Okay? So, here is yung kung atin na link. So, this is the tensile load FT equal to 10,000 pounds. And this is its cross-section. And dimensions, H is equal to 2B. Okay? So, let us then have this resolve. Okay? So, i-resolve natin. And then, para mabago, ang gawin natin, instead of basing this side on the ultimate strength, okay, palitan natin gawin natin ngayon siya na yield strength. Okay? So gawin natin based on the yield strength. Okay? Yan. So para mag-solve ulit kayo, okay? Mag-solve ulit kayo this time base naman yan sa yield strength. So hindi lang basta natin titingnan, okay? Or babasahin yung solution, kundi i-resolve natin kasi nabago na ang basis ng design. Okay. So let us start now. Okay. So here, you start with your given values. Okay. So ano po yung given natin? We start with the tensile load that is equal to 10,000 pounds, which is equal to 10 kips. Okay. So 10 kips divided by 1,000. Okay. Another thing, you have the relationship H is equal to 2B. So these are the given. Okay? After the given, i-follow mo na po dyan yung atin na essence ng design. Okay? So ang una would be the material specification. Okay? So ano sa material specification? Code. So uunahin po ang code. AISI C1020 normalized. Okay? Tapos, ano po ang hahanapin? Yung sigma U, sigma Y, tapos idagdag mo na din po ang modulus of elasticity. Okay. O, hanap muna po ninyo chat box ang sagot at ilagay din po kung sang table po natin nakuha. O, sige po, hanap muna po. O, ano pong table? Saan nyo nakita? Aling 10, 20, normalize.
Table
Okay,
8,
very
7.
good. So, okay, tama po. Okay, so thank you Tristan, Jace, Tristan Perez. Okay, yan, you have your values. Yung pong iba, pasuyo po, you participate. Di nilang naman po natin ilalagay sa ating chat box kung hindi po tayo makapag salita. O yan, yung iba. Thank you. Siyang nasagot. Okay? Si Carla Joyce. Yan. So, that is taken from table 87. Having values of 60 po natin. Okay? So, para makumpleto yung ating solution. This is 64 KSI and this is 50 KSI. And yung E po, eh di dun po natin makikita ulit sa heading po. 30 times 10 to the third. Oh, so, ginawa ko na po 30 to the third kasi KSI na po ang ginamit ko. Taken from table 87, page 15. Okay? So, after the material specification po, ang sunod po natin would be the factor of safety. So, tatandaan nyo po aring procedure conditions. Okay? Yun pong tatlong basis. Okay? Ano pong una? Kind ng load. Okay? Ano ang kind ng load? Stated po dito, repeated but not reversed. Okay? So, repeated but not reversed. Tapos po, type ng material. So, this is 1020. So, ano pong type ng material? Aring 1020 normalized. Ken Arlan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Oh, ano pong type ng material? Ductile po ba o brittle? Itong 1020 normalized.
Ductile po, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello po, ma'am.
Ken?
Hello po.
Ductile or brittle ba yung 1020 normalized?
Ductile po, ma'am.
It's a ductile material. Bakit po siya ductile? 20 points of, okay, so repeated but not reverse, ductile, and then the other one would be the basis of design. Okay, so nakaspecify po dito, pinultan nga lang natin sa resolve natin based on yield strength this time. So ilalagay natin is based on yield strength based on sigma y. Okay? So what is now our factor of safety? So dun po natin siya titingnan, okay? Dun po natin siya titingnan sa table 1.1. Okay? So table 1.1 based on the yield, ano po yan? Equal to 3. So, yun po ngayon yung ating magiging factor of safety. Fs is equal to 3 galing sa table 1.1, page 1. Okay? And then, after the factor of safety, ang kasunod po would be the design stress. And design stress naman po tayo. Okay? So, sa design stress, pipili lang tayo between sigma D and tau D. Okay? So, ano po ang gagamitin natin dito? We will be using sigma D. Okay? Sigma D dahil ito po ang ating induced stress is a tensile stress which is in form of sigma din. Okay? So, sigma D equal to what? What is our basis ng design? Okay, this is based on sigma y, kaya ang ano nakita mo? Sigma u over fs. Bakit? Kasi ang original niyan, based on design, based on the ultimate. Okay, pinalta natin, based on yield na, kaya sigma y over fs na po. Okay? Yan. So, tapos, yung solve. Okay? Iaano na po to. Isa-substitute mo yung value. Okay? So, sigma d is equal to, ano yung sigma y? That is 50 K O, ano pong sagot natin? Okay? So, you substitute po the value of y, sigma y and fs, then we yield, okay, correct. 16.667. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we arrive at 16.667 KSI for your sigma D. Now, pagkatapos po yung sinabi ko kanina, okay, that your solution, okay, dalawa po. Ang isa ay strength failure, ang isa naman po ay base sa deformation failure. Okay? And kita po natin dito sa sample natin, sabi natin wala siyang deformation failure since wala siyang. Therefore, ang answer lang po natin ay magmumula sa strength failure. Okay? So, pagkatapos po yan ng design stress. So, dun muna po ngayon ilalagay yung ating strength failure. Okay? So, you have here yung atin sa strength failure. Yan. O, ano po ang sabi doon sa strength failure? For a good design. Okay? You need to equate the design stress to the induced stress of the area nan would be base times the height equal to your FT. Now, you have here dalawa po na variable, so you express one in terms of the other. There is a relationship given that your H is equal to 2B. So, in place of H po, papalitan po natin siya ng 2B. So, this becomes FT over B times 2B. So, we come up now with FT over 2B squared equal to your design stress. Okay? Institute yung mga values. Okay? So, ano po yung values natin? Ano yung design stress? Okay? Liban po ako dito ha. Design stress is 16.667 KSI equal to ano po yung FT natin equal to 10 kips. You can now solve for the value of B. Okay? So, what is then the value of B? Pa-solve po ako, pa-compute po ako. Ano po yung value ng B po natin? Marion, this is 0.5477 as the value of B. Okay? Okay, so for others, you yield the same. Okay, so tingnan po natin. Ay, tuloy po natin ha. Okay, so 0.54, ano nga ulit? 548. Okay, we can have it written as 0.548 inches. Okay, so yan po yung ating computed value. Okay, and then as I have said, hindi po natatapos doon sa computed value lang. Okay? Convert this po to the standard size. Okay? So, i-convert po natin siya to the standard size. So, how do we know po yung gagamitin natin for the standard size? Okay? Palitan ko lang muna po yung akin po na slide. Okay? Wait lang po. So, you come up with the value, tapos mag-standard size po tayo. Okay? So, ano po yung gagamitin natin for the standard size? Wait. Nag-show na? Hindi pa. Tayo. Yun. Yan. Okay. Yan. So, ano po yung gagamitin natin for the standard size? Yung po tinatawag natin as the preferred sizes. Okay? So, makikita nyo po dyan, okay, ano po ay increment. Okay? Ang tawag po din is increment. And then, ari naman po yung range. Alam mo, 1 over 64 between 1 over 64 to 1 over 32. Okay? Ari ang increment, ari yung range. Okay? Halimbawa po, paano po siya gamitin? Halimbawa po, ang nakuha po nating sagot is 3.36 inches. Ari po yung sample. Okay? 3.36. So, ang titinan mo siya sa range na 3 to 6. Anong increment doon? 1/4. So, what are the available sizes? Okay? So, mag-start po ng 3. Tapos, increment ka po ng 1/4. Ang 6. Yun po ay may increment na 1/4. So, dun ka lang po pipili sa mga available na yon nang pwede doon sa 3.36. Okay? So, ano po ang pinakamalapit dito sa 3.36? Yun po yung 3 and 1/4 at 3 and 1/2. Kaya lang, pag pinili mo 6 is 3 and 1/2. Okay? Kaya, yes, Jasper.
Pwede po paulit. Sobrang nag-choppy lang po.
Alin? Okay, sige. Ulit daw. Ulit.
Ito pa.
Okay, ulit. Okay. O, ari po yung ating sagot. Okay, 3.36 inches. Okay, so 3.36 inches. So, with this answer, we need to convert that to the standard size or the commercially available size. So, ito po yung ating titingnan. Una ko pong titingnan dito po sa range. Okay? So, saan po siya papasok? Dito po sa 3 hanggang 6. Okay? 3 to 6. Okay? Kasi sagot natin. So, nandito po siya. Okay? So, doon po, ang increment niya po ay 1/4. Okay? 1/4. So, ano po yung available sizes? So, mag-i-start ka po sa 3. Okay? Mag-i-start ka po sa 3. So, ang una would be 3. Okay? So, ang una would be 3. Tapos po, 3 and 1/4. Okay, kasi increment na 1/4. 3, tapos dadagdagan mo ng 1/4, so 3 and 1/4. Dadagdagan mo uli ng 1/4, di 3 and 2/4. Ang 2/4 po, equivalent yun sa 1/2. Okay? O another 1/4. So 3 and 3/4, aadan mo pa uli ng 1/4, magiging 4 na. Okay? So add ka lang po ng 1/4 pala. Hanggang available sizes. Okay? So, ito po yan. Now, ito po yung iyong answer. Saan po siya malapit? 3 and 1/4 at 3 and 1/2. Okay? So, eri lang pong dalawa ang pagpipilian mo. Hindi mo po ari pwedeng piliin dahil 1/4. That is equivalent to 3.25. So, kulang. Okay, kulang. Ari pong sagot mo kasi is 3.36. Okay? So, alin yung pinili mo ngayon? Yung mas labis sa kanya. Okay? At alin yung mas labis? That would be yung 3 and 1/2. Okay? So, ito po yun. Okay? So, you may just say 3 and 1/2 po yung gagamitin po natin. Nakuha na po ba? Nasundan? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, isa pang sample para mas maintindihan. Okay, ari naman. Okay, ang diameter is given 3. So, nasa pagitan po siya ng 7/8 up to 3. Hello, nawala? Ba't nawala? Wait. Yan. Ito yung another sample natin ha. 1 and 1.273. Okay? So, dito po siya papasok 1/8 increment. So, ari yung mga available sizes. Okay? Okay? Pero, alin yung pinili? Yung 1 and 3/8. Kasi yung 1 and 1/4 kulang. 1.25 lang yun. Okay? And this is 1.273. Kaya, ang sagot our standard size po. Okay? So, yan po yung gagamitin. Now, you take a screenshot po muna din sa preferred sizes na rin. Okay? You take a screenshot of this and then i-convert po natin yung naging sagot po natin kanina doon sa sample problem 2. Okay? Done na po ba? Tell me if it's done na po para ilipat po na. Okay na po. Na-screenshot niya na Gare.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, ilipat ko lang dun sa presentation kanina. Yan, okay? So, ito yung naging sagot natin. B is equal to 0.548 inches. So, you convert this now to the standard size po. Okay? So, paki-convert po natin. Ano yung equivalent ngayon nitong 0.548 inches? So, tingnan mo muna saan siyang range kasama. And then, after po yung okay, or sizes base sa increment. Okay? So, sige po. Convert muna po natin. But would be its equivalent. O, lagay po ulit din sa chat. Okay, so tama po. That would be 9/16. Okay, so ilalagay mo po ngayon dito. Okay, you use their 9/16 of an inch along with h. Okay, so coming from the relation, h is equal to 2b. So 2 times 9/16 of an inch. Okay, so what is then our answer? That will give us 18. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18/16. But then do not let it simply as an improper fraction. Gagawin mo po siya na mixed fraction. Kasi yun po yung mga available sizes. So this is 1 and 2/16 is 1/8. Okay? So 1 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay? So yan po yung na-solve po natin na answers based on the strength failure. Wala po kasi siya na deformation. Allowable limit of deformation. So after this po, ng iyong solution, or use B equal to 9/16 of an inch and H equal to 1 and 1/8 of an inch. Okay? So yan po yung ating sagot. Okay? So this is our final answer po. Okay? So sa sample po natin na yan, okay, ay base lang po sa strength failure. Okay? Base lang sa strength kasi walang binigay na deformation. Okay? So, next meeting po natin, we will have a sample na may kasama po na deformation wherein need pumili. Oh, may tanong po ba tayo? Naintindihan po ba yung ating sinolve? Okay, very good. Okay, so sige po, I will stop my presentation na po. We'll have samples ulit by tomorrow on our next meeting po. Okay? And so everyone, you open your camera po, just as a quick shot for the attendance check po. Everyone, pasuyo po. You use po, ano, lang, uniform background. If lagi nawawala connection ngayon din ni Sina. Okay. Anyway, nabalik din naman agad. Nasaan na si Jasper? Wala.
Nandito ko, ma'am.
Ayan, yan. Bunso pa, so yun na screenshot na
Sige po,
natin.
ma'am.
Bilang, dalawa lang naman.
1, 2, 3. Last one.
Another one.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Ay na po.
Thank you. Sige po, bye